G'day, welcome back to the channel. Now, I hadn't expected to make another video about the council situation quite so soon, but I've been going through the trove of data that was dropped as a result of my Privacy Act request, like an Official Information Act request here in New Zealand, where they have to provide all the information they hold on me and hundreds of documents, because they've said a lot about me behind those closed doors of the council, and I knew they were out to get me. I knew there was a campaign to deal to me, but I wasn't aware just how vitriolic and how hell-bent they were on stopping me doing what I do. It's amazing. And so I'm going to share a few of the documents with you because it gives you an idea of how toxic this council and the hobby community can be. For example, one of the phrases the council has used is, "He's a slippery social agitator." Ooh, how about that? But they did say I was smart, clever, so that was good too. But they reported me on multiple occasions to the Civil Aviation. Karen, you know Karen? Yep. A real Karen by name, Karen by nature. Karen reported my activities, flying drones, my goodness, flying drones, to the Civil Aviation Authority on multiple occasions. And they pretty much ignored her because the Civil Aviation know me, I know them. I'm pretty sure they know that I'm not doing anything unsafe. And also it was so much fun to see on a reply that they finally got from CAA, there was a note saying, this guy is a loose cannon, so tread carefully. And the CAA should say that because they dealt with me just before the lockdowns and they got their fingers very badly burnt by breaching my rights. And I did a similar information request on CAA and got a lot of information that was quite embarrassing to them. So they know better than to poke this bear with a stick. They tried to advise the council of this, tread carefully. Council's not listening. The council never listens to external advice. But so they complained about my flying time and time again. And I must admit, I did honeypot them a bit because the local go-kart club asked me to make a video to promote one of the rock climbing events. And it would have involved flying some drones. And I said, I'll do that, that's fine. I was going to have someone there because, I don't have wings and I can't be trusted, so I'd have someone with wings beside me, so it'd all be legal from a CAA perspective. The council didn't want that though. Well, we weren't having that. No, they didn't want me doing that. So they said to the kart club, no, we're not going to let them do it. We're not going to give them permission. So I wrote to the council and said, oh, never mind. This was after the weekend where I was supposed to do the filming. I said, never mind, nobody got hurt on the weekend as I was flying my drone. And so the council, he flew his drone. He said he couldn't. Of course, I had flown my drone on the weekend, but not at the kart club because they said I wasn't allowed to. So I flew it somewhere else. But the council rushes off and files a complaint with CAA. He flew his drone at the airport because I put some footage up, which I'd taken a year earlier. And so they fell for that hook, line and sinker. CAA kind of pointed out to them, he's fooled you. That's how silly it is. They're so easily duped. Like when I flew that drone outside the council chambers, I make fun of their ridiculous attitudes and policies because they're just utterly brain-dead crazy. But the council has been saying to the Civil Aviation, in fact, let me read one of the letters. You'll get a drift for what they've been saying when you read this. Here we go. It's from Karen to Civil Aviation. Hi, I would like something to be done about Bruce Simpson's repeatedly flying a drone over council land where he has no authority from council to do so, and the possible danger he is placing pilots in. He refuses to complete the council's application to fly a remotely piloted aircraft over council land and advises me that he is safe and he will only be up for a short period of time. I cannot raise an RPAS notemner, what's a notemner, in time to alert pilots in the area of the drone activity due to the short notice provided. Bruce Simpson does not have any qualifications to fly a drone and is flying unshielded operations in the flight path of the Tokoroa airfield and on council land. The attached link below clearly shows in the east development that he is above the trees, land owned by others, and that in the Tokoroa airfield flight path, he also is adjacent to State Highway 1. Apparently this is where there was a prosecution by a real estate agent a year before. Could the CAA please investigate Bruce Simpson and prevent further abuse of the rules by this individual before there is a serious accident caused through the flying of a drone in the flight path of the Tokoroa airfield? The use of the Tokoroa airfield has increased and I would not like to see a serious accident occur due to Bruce Simpson flaunting the rules. I've already sent numerous images via via your complaints link and have only received an acknowledgement and no further advice. Your assistance in moving forward would be appreciated. This needs to be taken seriously as an accident could occur at any time, and I don't want to be responsible for injury to anyone due to a person flaunting the CAA rules. Note, I am the manager of the Tokoroa Airfield. Please do not hesitate to contact me on the number below. I am very keen to pursue this further. So the allegation was in this footage of a drone being flown at tree height, nearly 3 kilometres from the threshold of the Tokoroa Airfield. And it was being flown in, despite Karen's allegations, it was being flown as a shielded operation. It was below the height of the tallest tree within 100 metres. So Karen doesn't know too much about this shit. But no, we must take action because he's going to bring down an aeroplane and people will die. I kind of take offence at this. It's her suggestion that it's only a matter of time before I bring down an aeroplane and people die. But she went on in another email. Here she goes. She's talking to Stephen, one of the investigators at CAA, saying, "Stephen, I have received no response from Mr. Simpson regarding my request. I have our compliance team booked to visit the area on Friday, but Mr. Simpson is very smart. Told you they said I was smart. He may be flying at another reserve instead. I hope the CAA can pursue the matter further as Mr. Simpson continually flaunts the rules, and I'm sure it won't be long until he does cause an accident with an aircraft, endangering lives." She talks about how hard it is because the CAA said we can't identify who's flying from video. And then she goes on to say, "I would like to see Mr. Simpson receive a ban in flying a drone in the Tokoroa area. I'm not sure if this is possible, but would be a good outcome for the Tokoroa airfield users and the public of Tokoroa." So she's speaking on behalf of the public. She's a petty little bureaucrat named Karen by name, Karen by nature. And she's telling the CAA what the entire public of Tokoroa think. Where did she receive that mandate? This is the kind of petulance and stupidity we're dealing with. But to show you just how far this goes, there was communications. I'll read you it. I'll read it to you. Listen, you wouldn't believe it, but I'll read it to you. This is an email from Michael Booth, the Deputy Chief Executive, to Karen. So he's talking to Karen. And he says, "Thanks, Karen. I forward this on to Susan. As an FYI, Susan's the Chief Executive. Really appreciate you keeping the pressure on CAA, because CAA weren't playing ball. They know I'm safe. They know that there's not enough evidence to do anything. And the council just badgered them and badgered them and badgered them. Do something. People are going to die," says Karen, who doesn't know a drone from her elbow. And then the next message, the next email, Michael Booth says to this Chief Executive, "Hi, Susan, just an FYI at this stage. After much pushing, CAA have finally agreed to investigate." So they badgered the poor old CAA so much that just to get them off their back, CAA said, "Yeah, okay, we'll take a look." And that's when CAA issued them the warning, "This guy's a loose cannon." And what did they say? Loose cannon. So tread carefully. But they weren't going to tread carefully. The council weren't going to tread carefully. "Oh, no. We've got to get Mr. Simpson." Unbelievable the lengths they're going to. So Karen wants to ban me from flying anywhere in the town. I would be the only person denied the right to fly drones anywhere in the town. If she can manage it, she's going to do it. Why? What have I done? You've seen my videos. Throwing a DLG in the park? Seriously? This is a threat to somebody? And that's a park that's designated for flying drones. But I shouldn't be allowed to fly drones anywhere, not where other people can fly them, not where anyone else can. I should be stopped, just like I'm the only one who has to have Model Flying New Zealand membership to fly the airfield. Even though CAA says it's not a requirement, the council has said, "Mr. Simpson, if you want to fly there, you have to join Model Flying New Zealand." And why would I join Model Flying New Zealand? Because I'm going to read you a message, a complaint made to the Mayor by a member of Model Flying New Zealand, member of the jet flyers. You know the jet flyers, the people whose videos have been seen, or their planes have been seen millions of times on YouTube. I've showcased various models and highlighted it, promoted their hobby way beyond anything that they might be able to do themselves. Let's see what one member of the New Zealand Jet Modelers Association said to our Mayor. Here we are. His name is withheld, but I know it is. It's Mr. Pixely Face. He's featured in a couple of my videos. "Dear Mayor Petley, I write to thank you and relevant council staff for the prohibition on videoing by Bruce Simpson at the Tokoroa Airfield, NZTO. I have been regularly travelling for the past 15 years or so in the September to June period from Wellington to Tokoroa to fly my model jets most months with other members of the New Zealand Jet Modelers Association at NZTO. Over the years, Mr. Simpson has generally been an aggravating presence and a complete pain, posting video on YouTube of jet model flying, always focusing on the more unfortunate incidents that he sensationalised in order to gain revenue. He never asked the modeller's permission to do so. Of course, this behaviour raised stress levels on jet modelers, including myself. Our models are expensive, typically in the range of $10,000 to $100,000. Now that he has been absent from the airfield all of last season and so far this season, the enjoyment level of jet modelling has rebounded for me and others. That a group of jet modellers, together with the president of our local aero club, have purchased a hangar on the airfield has also added considerably to our collective enjoyment of flying at NZTO. There was a rumour last year that the South Waikato District Council would not renew Mr. Simpson's hangar lease at the airfield beyond 2024. Are you able to confirm this lease has not been renewed and the hangar has been vacated by him, please? You wonder why I won't join Model Flying New Zealand. Toxic. So toxic. I mean, I have done so much for these jet flyers in the past. I have made my workshop available to them. I've given them parts when there's been spare parts they've needed. I've given them. I haven't sold it to them. I've given them so they can fly. I've promoted models. I have showcased their activities to the world. Yeah, I catch crashes. This guy doesn't want the world to believe they never crash. Oh, we never crash. Crashing is a part of flying. I show the good and I show the bad. That's what I do. And people enjoy it. These guys, they seem to think, oh, he's earning money. He hasn't asked us and he's earning money. How dare he? How jolly dare he? What a toxic wanker this guy is. And I don't use that word often, but seriously, what a joke. He has no interest, and this group has no interest in promoting the hobby. If he speaks for the group, which he claims he does, they have no interest in promoting the hobby. They're only interested in their own selfish ends, enjoying themselves, and to hell with everybody else. And we want I feel uncomfortable when Mr. Simpson turns up. Oh, and so you must prohibit him from filming at the airfield. See, the thing is prohibition on Bruce Simpson videoing at Tokoroa Airfield. So one of my channels, effectively, the XJet channel, used to be full of jet videos, and the locals shut down by toxic council, toxic group of model flyers. And what was my crime? What did I do wrong? Oh, I filmed them without their permission. It's a public bloody place. You don't expect privacy in a public place. We've already been through that one. And I made money. I made money out of filming them. Oh my God, what a bad bastard am I? But as I say, the Model Flying New Zealand, the jet flyers at least, toxic, absolutely toxic. The council, toxic. And if you want to see how toxic they are and how hard I have to work just to even to be able to make videos, show you another message that I got in this dump of stuff from the council. Here we go. This is from one of the councillors. And this is a councillor that campaigned on the basis of freedom of speech, openness and transparency. Freedom of speech, the right to express yourself freely, voice your opinions. And this is what he wrote to the Chief Executive and the Mayor. Good morning. It was mentioned to me by a member of the public who is involved in broadcasting that vlogs, the type that Bruce does, are covered by the New Zealand broadcasting laws. So it was suggested that we could log a complaint about his misinformation or inaccuracies in his vlogs, and this may shut him down. Sorry, just a thought. No worries if you want to stay clear of this sort of action. Have a fantastic day. Michael Thomas, him, what is it? He, him. When you've got pronouns after your name, there's no hope. Yeah, so they want to shut me down. This guy wants to shut me down. He wants to stop me filming, wants to stop my videos because he doesn't agree with what I say. Now, this is how I support myself and my wife. They've shut me down at the airfield, which makes it a hell of a lot harder to support myself. And now this guy actively wants to shut me down full stop. Doesn't want me making any videos. And he thinks they can maybe they can get hold of the broadcasting authorities and they can shut me down. This is the toxic culture of this council, the toxic culture of some parts of the model flying community in New Zealand. I just don't understand people. I really don't understand people. What the hell? I mean, someone, please, I'm sure that Northland Rider and others will jump in and answer this question, but what the hell am I doing wrong? What have I done wrong? What is it that people seem to think I'm a bad person? I make money. Oh my God, how dare you make money? You should be poor. You should be living in the gutter. And you should ask permission of everybody to film them. And you shouldn't say things that people don't agree with, even if those things are true and the other person's perspective is bullshit. No, sorry. And I say, I've just scratched the surface on this. I have just scratched the surface. You won't believe the other crap this council is doing, primarily against me. They're just working against me. They just don't want me to continue living almost. It's almost that bad. It's just ridiculous, absolutely. And they've called me names, and it's just, they apparently, I'm a health and safety risk because I might upset the staff. Yet, look at this, look at the way that I'm treated. Oh, that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. We can do as we say, not as we do. Now, fortunately, I'm not going to go running off and say, oh, poor me, I've been offended, my feelings have been hurt, because that would be hypocritical. I'm not a snowflake. I'm not a snowflake. I tell you what, it's winter here at the moment. Our council is so full of snowflakes that I expect that when the summer comes, it'll close because all the staff and the councillors and the mayor will have melted. Anyway, that's another video from me. It's a rainy, horrible, crappy day. I just wanted to bring you up to speed with what I'm finding. I've only got halfway through this data dump. There is so much more going on. But I hope you can at least have a bit of empathy for the situation I find myself in. It is an uphill slog. I am battling people that don't play by the rules, that people who will spend far more time and effort trying to shut me down than to do the jobs they're supposed to be doing. You know, this is a council. They're supposed to be filling potholes, trimming trees, making sure that the drains are clear, all that sort of stuff. But no. They'll spend inordinate amounts of time and money trying to stop me from flying my drones in the park, and also labelling me as a danger, a risk to aviation, saying that it's only a matter of time before I kill someone or seriously injure someone because I'm going to crash my drone into a plane when I'm flying 3 kilometres from the airfield boundary below the level of the treetops with a 100-gram or 150-gram drone. Seriously. Oh, Karen, I feel sorry for you, girl. You iconify petty bureaucrat. You really do. Your name is so apt. Never mind. Okay, that's it for another video. I hope I won't have to do any more. That there's going to be more because there's just so much juicy stuff buried in this information dump. And I hope other people who are having trouble with councils see, you may think your situation's bad, but boy, you got nothing on me. My situation is so bad, but I'm not giving up. Never give up. You can't give up. You can't let the bastards win. You've just got to keep going, and I'm just going to keep going. And I thank those people who support me on Patreon and with, super thanks and things. I mean, those things are just so damn useful at the moment, especially winter. I can't do anything. So you can see, forbidden to film at the airfield, forbidden to fly drones, even in the areas where other people are allowed to fly their drones, forbidden to make videos almost. If they had their way, I'd be forbidden to make videos. So, yeah. And then now they're calling on the higher authorities to shut me down because they can't do it. We'll get CAA to do it. We'll get the broadcasting people to do it. We'll get the police to do it. Because this guy is just exercising his rights. And we don't like that. See you in the next one.